Hello horse friends and welcome to the Imperfect Equestrian. Today's video is just going to be a vlog of some training sessions that I've had lately with the horses so that you can see how I've been spending my time with them.
You look so beautiful and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you.
So I'm with JJ and we're back in the round pen, and to start with I'm just seeing how well she can back away from me. When she gets fully out, I rest, and I'm waiting for her to be relaxed and for her ears to come forward to me before I ask her to come back into me again. She's so much lighter now than she used to be. I'm really proud of her with this. After that, we go on to our familiar circles. And don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit through the whole lot of circles again. We're just going to look at the highlights of some of our changes of direction and also some of the transitions that we've done. A nice smooth transition there, although it took a little longer to get into. We try a change of direction here, and I'm trying to keep her in trot as she goes round, but she loses a little bit of motivation, and as she goes off again she's a little bit speedy, which means she may have felt a bit of pressure from that. Here I ask her to slow down, and you can see her head goes up abruptly, so she finds that quite a bit of pressure, so I can maybe apply some smaller pressure next time. Stops very well. She's still a little sticky going backwards, and I still have to go out to reinforce it, but we'll have to fix that again online at some point. Once she's back and she gets it well, off we go again. Again, it's taken a little bit of time to get into the trot, but very small signals to get to there. Break to gate again for the change direction, but it's a lovely turn. And a much smoother transition to walk. All in all, I feel her circles are really improving. A little bit more canter for me today as well. Well done, JJ, you're doing really well. After our circles, we move on to see if she can relax and how well she takes the motion with a stick and string. She's doing very well at standing still, especially seeing as she's just been running around. Here we move on to me trying out some sideways against the fence line. Getting it much better now, and then I move on to seeing how well she can move off pressure from my hands. I want her to be really light. I'm not too worried about the exact shape at the moment, and this particular day I was really impressed with how light she was being. I was literally pressing just a little more than the hair on her body and she was moving for me. Previously she'd been really stiff at this. She kind of locked up and didn't want to move at all, so this is really good for her. In this session, we've just used a steady pressure to go backwards and turn a hind quarter yields in both directions and a forequarter yields in both directions. Really good. I finish off just by seeing if she can pick up all four hooves from one side. It's been quite a while since we've tried this, and previously she didn't quite like doing it and found it very difficult. Although she doesn't want to rest any of her legs with me too much today, at least she is picking them all up from that one side. Previously, when I've reached over the other back leg, she's got confused and moved away, so I think it's a good session with her so far all round. We finish off by putting out some poles and I'm going to use the poles to practice our change of direction and some figure eights. So we're going for a change of direction. She does slow down, but she chooses to come back into trot herself, which is much better than before, and she's going lovely over those poles. Here we're going to opt for another change of direction again, but this time utilising the actual equipment to help her turn, and she makes it back around to go over the pole again, which is great. And now to try the same thing but in the other direction. Round she goes. You can see she clearly understands what I'm asking. She's doing really well. After any successful task, I allow her to go back out onto a circle again. Here we're going to try some figure eights. We're off to a strong start. And on this particular figure eight, you'll notice that what happens is she loses a bit of motivation going round and ends up just walking over the last pole. She stops then due to a small miscommunication from me, so I decide to take advantage of it and back her up over the pole. And that's really a good place to finish that session with her. All in all, brilliant. She's done so well. She's really improving. She's a fast learner, and that's why I love this girl. Now it's time to play with Comanche. Let's see what we can do with him. I pop him in the round pen to start with, and we start with a little session of stick to me to see if he can stay with me. He does really well at this. And then we move on to some circles with some changes of direction. He gets quite excited when we do something more motivating like a change of direction. We tried to do 2 to make a figure 8 then, but he got a little confused. So send him off again. And although he's got quite a slow trot, he actually does really benefit from quite a playful attitude with him. You see how slow his trot is? I call this his 2-beat walk because he goes so slow sometimes. Now you'll see how we have to have a bit more of that playful attitude with him. He loves it. Doesn't always get it perfect, but it's not about that. It's been quite a while since he's done things like this, so we need to practice a bit more. He finds it quite fun though, and off he goes again on his 2-beat trot circle. I decided to use the obstacles just to practice some simple changes of direction as well. Lovely. So you're going to have a little cant around, see if we can keep that energy up on the changes. Not quite. He's quite hard to keep motivated to move. He did well there. We came out the round pen and then decided to try a bit more stick to me outside and see how well he could do. We're in a more open area. And again, it's been quite a while since he's done this bit, so he's doing really well to just stay with me. He's misunderstanding the back a little bit there, it didn't quite work, so he thinks I'm asking for his leg up. Never mind, bit of Spanish walk. So off we go to try stick to me again. So see if he can follow me when I turn away from him. Can he go a little bit faster? Can he stop? I'm testing all this out for him. I also want to see if he can turn when I move towards him. He finds it a little bit harder, but he still manages really good. He can be a little bit dominant with things like this, so he's doing really well today. After, I see if he remembers how to back up at liberty. It was a little bit wobbly and a little bit slow, but I think he remembers enough about it. Did really well. We then pop down and walk into the paddock. So this is basically the size of a standard arena. And I'm going to take him up to the top and we're going to play in a larger area with some markers on the ground so that we can do some figure eights and a little bit of weaving. So I'm really just testing Is he able to stay with me in a larger area? Again, considering it has been so long since we've done things like this, he's doing really, really well. I'm proud of him. Very good boy, Comanche. Well done, you. Well, thanks for watching. I will see you again next time. Don't forget to like and share. See ya. Bye.